Hi guys, this is Irfan here from smarteaincubator.com and welcome to another weekly analysis video. So today is Sunday, the market is opening in 4 hours and I'm recording this video to do a little bit of breakdown, or I would say analysis, on GBPUSD, EURUSD, NAS100 and also gold. So I'm going to do it on a 1 hour and 4 hour time frame. We also, sometimes we can break it down to lower time frame, but since we are doing a weekly analysis, there's no point to go for 5-minute or 15-minute time frame. Although you know that I'm a scalper, that I only trade on a 5-minute time frame and 15-minute time frame. So we can start with GBPUSD on a 5-minute time frame. I had a note for myself here: never consider an order block close to support and resistance level, because I was backtesting last night, and then since I was backtesting, I noticed this high probability order block. So it's better to share it with you as well. I noticed this high probability order block, and then I wanted to take my trade here and I stopped out right here. And the reason is that this high probability order block is super close to our main resistance level, which is right here. So what happens is that we have so much liquidity around this area and this area. So it means that the market, the banks and institutions are more likely to go towards that level to stop out every single seller that puts their that took their sell position here and put their stop loss here, just because it's super close to our resistance level. That's why this order block is less likely to work, because of this reason right here. But if it's not close to support and resistance levels, that's totally fine. Then you can trade it. Even if you get stopped out, you didn't do anything wrong. But in this case, it's better to be careful, because I can notice this strong resistance level and literally the order block right here. So it's so close to that. So this is the note that I wanted to have for myself, to just kind of remind myself not to trade order blocks close to support and resistance levels. And GBPUSD has been consolidating for the past couple of days. But if I want to go to 4-hour time frame, I can show you exactly what's going on in GBPUSD and what you can expect. So as you can see, in the last week we had a lower lows and lower highs structure. So it means that the market is definitely bearish. It was, but the overall trend is bullish. So if you zoom out, you can clearly see that we have an uptrend market, and then after that it's doing a little bit of correction to stop out every single buyer around this area. That's why the market is trying to create lower lows and lower highs, and now it just literally reversed because we had so many break of structures. So this is the main one that kind of broke and correction, and then it went up again and dropped again, consolidating. So it's kind of not clean right now, because it's consolidating and we don't know whether it's gonna break towards upside or it just wants to continue going downside. So that's what we are going to see next week, or I would say in the next couple of days. But this huge candle is an indicator that the market is trying to go lower to kind of stop out all these buyers around this area, because as you can see, we have a gap here, we have a huge gap here, we have so many stop losses here that need to be filled in. So, and also this swing low is already broken. So after this, the price is doing its consolidation, and we don't have any high probability order block in 4 hour that I can actually show you around the resistance level, because everything is tapped into. There's no high probability order block. But in my opinion, what it's going to do is, I think, because since it's creating lower lows and lower highs, this is a correction for this drop here. Can you see that? And this is a correction because it's a very straight line, and now it's coming downside, consolidating, and now it's probably going downward again. And this week I heard that there's a possible war between Ukraine and Russia, so the market might be a little bit volatile. I'm not sure, but we have to kind of analyze the market every single day to see what kind of potential trades it can give us. But just in case, just to let you know that we might have a volatile market. I don't know how it's going to affect on GBPUSD, but anyways. So yeah, this is for GBPUSD. In my opinion, it's going to go bearish again. We don't know. We had this break of a structure here, and now it's kind of consolidating, so it's hard to say where it's going to upwards or downward. But since we have a strong lower lows and lower highs, and this is a straight line just for the correction, I would say that it's trying to create more lower lows and lower highs to go above below this level to stop out every buyer around this area. So this is for GBPUSD, guys. I'm gonna go for EURUSD. It's almost the same as GBPUSD, to be honest. There isn't much difference between these two, and yeah, as you can see, this is almost the same. Wow, it's too crowded here. Let me just get rid of everything. Yeah, even for EURUSD, guys, we have a very strong break of a structure exactly right here. See this break of a structure. So I can certainly say that it actually came down to fill in all these gaps around this area, because after a huge spike towards upside or downside, we know that the price is gonna leave a gap, and it has to reverse to fill in the leftover gaps which are around these areas. So this is very obvious. And it literally happened last week. I think I took this trade, if I'm not wrong, I'm not sure, but this break of a structure and two huge bullish candles are really good indicators that we have so many gaps here, and the price might come back soon to fill in all these gaps. So, but if I want to use my Fibonacci level around this area, it's going to be from here all the way to here. Sorry, from here to here. And now this candle is testing 50%, 60% our golden zone, but you can see it actually broke below this 60% level. But as I said in my previous videos, guys, it's like the golden zone is not the only indicator that you need to pay attention to. Sometimes the candle wants to tap into 70% and then gets rejected towards the opposite direction, and still it's a good indicator. But right now we still have hope that it's going to get rejected, but I'm gonna wait to see what kind of candle is gonna happen. It's gonna form right after this candle, because I also can see this high probability order block. This is a high probability order block, so the price might do a little bit of correction, tap into this zone, and then go down further to stop out all these buyers around this area. But the overall trend is kind of, I can't say it's whether bullish or bearish, because if you see this box here, it's going sideways. It's going up and down, up and down, up and down. And this area, which is our highest point, used to have liquidity. And when the price came up, this shadow liquidated every seller around this area, and now we don't have anything. So right after grabbing the liquidity in this area, the price is going down, and that's why we're going to experience a bearish market. And if I want to delete this, I'm gonna be left with this high probability order block here. Now I just wait for the price to come back to this level, and I think it's doing it, and then I take my sell position if I see a good momentum. And it probably happens during Asia session, which I'm not trading, but I'm just saying what's going to happen. And look at this, guys. When you see such a thing, you should never ever buy further, because this is a huge gap that needs to be filled in, and also you should expect the market to come down and fill in all these gaps. So this is my prediction for EURUSD. Since we have a huge break of structures around these areas, I might say that it wants to do a little bit of correction and go down further, but we don't know. If it respects this order block, then my prediction is going to be right. If it's not, then it's blast through this order block, and then we're going to experience a breakout, retest, and then continuation towards upside to grab this liquidity around this area. Okay, so this is for EURUSD, guys, but stay tuned. As you know, I'm going live every single day, and then I put out my live videos on a daily basis. So we're gonna see what's gonna happen when the market opens. So this is for EURUSD. Let's go for NAS100 to see what's going on around this pair. Okay, all of them had a break of a structure, guys, all of them. Even NAS100 on 4 hour, we had this huge break of a structure here. See this swing low, break of a structure, and high probability order block right here. I can see that from here, high probability order block all the way from here to here, because we left the gap. If you don't know what order blocks are, guys, please check out my first video on my channel, or you can ask your question by dropping your comment below this video. I personally get back to you and answer all your questions regarding that. But it's super simple. You just need to pay attention to the last green candle if you are in a bearish market, and then you see that what happens to the next candle. We have a huge spike towards downside, and then the next candle never tapped into this zone. So it means that we left a gap in between here and here. There's a gap, so that's why it's a high probability order block. And now we just need to wait for the price to tap into this level, and if we see a bearish momentum, we are going to take that until here, because look at this, guys. It's a very strong support level with huge liquidity here. So that's why, in my opinion, it wants to go back, tap into this level, and then just drop towards this area right here. And if I want to go to 5 minutes, you see that we have a more clear picture. We have this huge gap here, so it means that the price has to do correction anyways, but I'm not going to take a long position right now because of this huge break of a structure, and now we have a bearish trend. I'm not going to go bullish unless it actually blasts through this order block here, or I'm gonna see, I'll see what happens when the market opens. So this is in 1 hour time frame, guys. As you can see, in 1 hour time frame, all we see is red candles, break of a structure, break of a structure. So in this case, you can also use your Fibonacci level and then draw it from the top all the way to the bottom if it's the last candle after correction. If it's not, then it's going further. But let's say that it ends here, and after that market wants to go up. We also have our golden zone around this area, but since we have a high probability order block here, this golden zone might not be super effective. So it means it could be a trap for sellers to wait for the price to tap into this level, and then they probably take their sell position here, they put their stop loss here, and they put their TP somewhere around here, and then after that they get stopped out and the price taps into this level, because this is a high probability order block. So if you pay attention to my videos, guys, I always say that if you combine Fibonacci retracement tool with order blocks, you're gonna be okay. Like, there's nothing else that you need to do if you combine these two strategies. Sometimes you don't have order blocks, just use Fibonacci according to the trend, trade it, be patient, and then you can take a profitable trade. And this is what I'm doing every day on my live tradings. You can go check it out, guys. I'm gonna put a card above this video, and then you see how I trade. I'm not saying that it's a winning trade every single time, but it's over 80%, easy 80%. I wake up at a specific time and I work on a specific time frame. I take my trade, I get in and out in 20 minutes, 25 minutes, I'm done for the day. So this is for 1 hour time frame, guys, and then this is like a very strong support level. So I'm going to change the color to something else so you don't get it mistaken by order blocks. This is a support level, this is our order blocks, and now we're just waiting for a price. Okay, this is for NAS100. Let's go to gold to see what exactly we have around this area. Oh yeah, like because you know what, for the other pairs, for forex pairs and indices, we had a huge drop, but for gold we had a huge spike towards upside because the value of US dollar drops, so that's why gold is going up. And the same thing, we start with 4 hour break of a structure, huge one. I can actually see a high probability order block around this area from here to here. It might be a good one. This is a high probability order block, and I'm going to change the color to yellow. And we also have this support level here. So there are two scenarios in this case. We have a huge spike. Now it probably does a little bit of correction, tap into this level, give us a momentum, and then we can take a buy, or it just goes towards this level and then we can. So that's what I'm saying, guys. If you want to trade support and resistance levels, you need to be super careful, especially when you have an order block close to that support level or resistance level, because there's a very high chance that the price always wants to tap into high probability order blocks like this rather than the regular support and resistance levels. So for example, if the price tries to come back to this level, and then you take a buy position, and then it goes up, and then it suddenly goes down to stop you out, you need to be ready for that, because the price is trying to reach this level, and then you can take your buy position if it gives you a momentum. I hope that makes sense. This is the power of order blocks, and this is why I'm emphasizing it every single time. Be careful if you want to trade support and resistance levels. This is what everybody's been taught, and they get stopped out because there's so much liquidity, so much money. Banks and institutions don't want to leave your money on the table. They want to grab it, guys, and they grab it exactly in this way that I told you, because this is something that everybody's doing, so you have to do something differently. Okay, so huge spike towards downside, upside, and we have this break of a structure. So obviously we need to wait for correction and see where it stops, and then we can take our long position, because even in long term we see that we have higher highs and higher lows. So I can say that gold is bullish, and it's not bearish anymore because of this strong break of structures, and now we can expect the price to go back. So the first scenario is this. The second scenario is this resistance level, support level, and the third one is this high probability order block exactly right here. But in my opinion, this is a huge order block, so I can actually narrow down in lower time frames. So for example, if I want to draw my my high probability order block from here to here, it makes more sense. So this is a high probability order block. Then I'm going to change the color to beige, or I don't know what color it is. I'm color blinded. I don't know what color it is. And we have a high probability order block here because, as you can see, we are in a bullish trend, and the last red candle are these two, and then we left the gap in between. So we had a huge spark towards the upside. The next candle never tapped into this zone. That's why it left the gap in between. So there are three scenarios might happen to take a long position. The first one is this one. It respects this level and then it goes up. The second one is this one, and the third one is high probability order block here. But it definitely comes down, definitely, because we have a huge gap around this area and this area that need to be filled in, and the market is never gonna leave that alone, guys. And you saw the example on GBPUSD that we had a huge spike towards upside or it was downside, and then the market tries to reverse to kind of grab all the liquidity that is left over after the huge drop or huge spike towards upside. And this is exactly what's happening here. We are left with so many gaps from here to here, from here to here, and the price is trying to reach these levels to stop out all these buyers, tap into these levels, and then you can take your long position. And this is how easy it is, guys. Super easy. Even if you want to use your Fibonacci, you can do that. Like you can use it from here all the way to here. And as you can see, we have our golden zone around this area, which is exactly between this support level and this high probability order block here. So you need to kind of expect the price to give you a buy momentum around this area, because we have important zones around this area. So there's a high chance that the price wants to react in like within this range right here. Okay, so that's it for gold, guys. We don't know exactly what's going to happen. It probably goes further, we don't know, but the market always stop out buyers and sellers. If it leaves a huge gap like this, it has to reverse, it has to come back to stop out all these buyers, and then it gives us a good momentum towards upside or downside. So I hope that you enjoyed this weekly analysis video, guys. If you did, give me a thumbs up. It's gonna help my videos to be pushed in front of more people, and also turn on the notification bell after subscribing to my channel, because next time when I upload a video, you'll get notified first. And before you go, guys, let me show you the results of Gold Ea Incubator since the beginning of February until today, which is February 13th, and it's gonna blow your mind, guys, that how much it made in less than 2 weeks, completely hands-free. I never traded on this account, guys. And as you can see, February 1st it started trading all the way to February 11th, $400 in less than 2 weeks, and in total we are up $863, completely hands-free, guys. As you can see, these are the trades that it took. You can see that from here. These are the trades that it took over time. These trades. Let me show you one more. Like, these are the different days that it took to trade. Here, from here to here, these are the trades that it took, and I never touched this account. And if you want to watch the live results, guys, feel free to go to myfxbook.com, and you can find the link exactly below this video. And it actually takes you to my FXbook account, so you can find the link below this video. It takes you to this page, and you can see the growth yourself. You can check out the history, profitability, how many trades it took in less than a month, how much profit last month, how much profit this month. You can watch everything live. And if you want to grab your license, guys, go to smarteaincubator.com, grab your Gold Ea Incubator license, and then send us an email. We'll manually activate your account and you'll be ready to rock and roll. So thank you so much for taking your time, and see you in the next video.